Good morning. It is so good to see you on this Monday. It's actually the first of everything. So it is the 1st of September. It is a new week and a new month. And it's actually the first day to the last quarter of the year 2025. So I hope you're well this morning. I hope you're ready for the month. I hope you're ready for the week and you feel energized, to face the day and the week and the month and the rest of the year, okay? Because we are entering the Ember months, okay? September, October, November, December. So really, I hope that you're well. It's so good to see you right here on the show. My name is Winnie Lubembe and the show is Your World. And today being Mindful Monday, we want to start on a conversation that most of us have been there when we are talking about our careers. Some of us have been scared, some of us still confused, and some of us are like, oh, me, I didn't even know what I wanted to do after Form 4, and still I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So today is a show specifically dedicated to all of us. There's some people who are getting into, careers. There's some We have an amazing panel with us, and we also have an audience with us in studio. So, hey, guys, good morning. We thought you'd be like, it is so good to see you guys. We have an amazing audience, like I said, and also, our guests are already here. So today I'm alone because we usually start with tradition. So I'm doing it alone today because Mix is on leave. But on my immediate left, we have Margaret Ngu, who is a certified human resource management professional. Good to see you. Good to have you. You look amazing. How are you doing?
Thank you. Good to see you too. I'm doing well.
Karibu sana. Karibu sana. Good to see you on the show. First time, right? Sure, on Your World. You've never been here. So I hope they've treated you nicely, because these ones are veteran audiences, right?
They made me feel easy.
Yes. Good to hear. That's good to hear. We have Robert Manyala, who's a tech entrepreneur, joining us this morning. Robert, good to see you.
Good morning.
Today you've been sandwiched because you're used to that seat over there. Yeah. Today you've been sandwiched. But how are you feeling?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
And Karibu sana. Thank you for making the time. And we also have Bridget Mutemi, who is a life coach and a career coach as well. Good to have you on the show. How are you doing?
I'm great.
First time on Your World as well.
First time here.
Yeah. You've been treated well, yeah?
Very well.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing.
That's good to hear. Karibu sana. Before we start the conversation, we have a question for you this morning. And the question is very simple, okay? The question goes, who or what influenced your career choice the most? Is it your family? Is it school? Or is it something else? So that is what we want to find out on the show today. Who or what influenced your career choice the most? Family, school, or something else? Engage with us. You know the drill by now. At NTV Kenya, across all board is how you can reach us or give us a call. We're live. So that means you can call in anytime. Our lines are open. Or if you call in and the lines are busy, then don't worry, because you can still use our WhatsApp number 0112 500 400 and tell us who or what influenced your career choice. And if you're still trying to figure it out, feel free to also do so. Pass the questions that you have to our panel. They're here and they will answer all your questions. So Bridget, I'm going to start with you. Being a life coach and a career coach, because like I said, majority of the times when we think about our career, it could be a very stressful moment, or it could be an interesting moment, or it could be a aha moment for so many people. So it's different for different people. But really, when we talk about career and life and just thinking about the future, what does that look like from your perspective as not only a life coach, but also a career coach?
Thank you very much, Winnie, for that question. The career is a very big part of our lives. Yeah. Since you're born, you get into school, the first thing you're introduced to is, go choose this career, or maybe whatever conditioning or nature or nurture that leads you to whatever it is. So it's a very big part of life. For some people, it's a very stressful. That's why we are forever talking about work-life balance, because it's supposed to be this thing that takes away life from you.
Yeah.
For other people who've really found it, who are where they wanted to be, and they are in sync with whoever they believe they are happy. Yeah. And there are others who are forever finding out and forever transitioning. And there are others who've not found it yet. Yeah. Even at 60. Yes, so there's a whole mix of people. There's a whole mix of world views, of feelings, of And that's why I like that we are having this conversation.
Yeah, I see that. So there's always this conversation on passion versus, you know, what ile kazi imekuja ya kwanza wacha tu tufanye as we try to figure a way out, you know? So there's and then you also put purpose in it, and a lot of people are like, okay, so no, we don't know. But really, from a HR perspective, Margaret, so what does that look like, you know? Because a lot of people are like, whatever has come first, do we just focus on that? And then where does passion, you know, find itself into the mix, you know, of all those things?
Thank you very much for that question. Passion vis-a-vis opportunity. Many careers start with opportunities, where you find yourself first. And once you find yourself there, then you can begin to listen to yourself. You can now begin to discover yourself and what you really wanted to do. For instance, I started as a teacher. Because that's where I found myself. Before I became a teacher, I wanted to be a lawyer. And I believe that there is still time.
Yes, there is.
I'll still shift someday, God willing. What made me a teacher actually were my grades. Because there's an entry level when you are getting training in your profession to build your career, rather your profession, then it starts from your grades. What did you score? So I think I didn't make that grade for a lawyer, and so I found myself falling somewhere in teaching, and that was the opportunity that was available then.
At that point.
But I started listening to myself and looking around and being curious. Then I thought, wow, I think HR is good, human resource management is good. And so I dipped myself there, and I feel that for now, you know, passion may not last forever. That's where my passion has been. But like I've said, I want to be learned. The learned friends.
The learned friends. I like that. I like the fact that you're saying, listen, there is still time. You will still get to do it. Did you get to practice as a teacher?
Yes, I taught for so many years.
Oh, wow.
More than a decade, actually.
Really?
Yes.
When did you get into HR?
I got into HR, I started dipping my feet about 20 years ago.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Now you're actually the perfect person, because remember, like you said, there's some people who are like, oh, I thought I wanted to do this, and then you find yourself doing this other thing, and then you find yourself, you still want to go back to your first love, and that is law. So then how do you pivot in making all these changes and how that looks like? This is very fascinating. I like that. Robert, before we go on a break, as a tech entrepreneur, now, again, we're surrounded by technology, and it's changing every single day. And there's some people who are struggling to actually catch up, because by the time tumezoea hii haya ingine imetokea, now we have to, you know, for a young person who's watching us and thinking, okay, so how then do I factor tech when it comes to choosing a career that is not only viable, but also sustainable?
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I know in many years, people went to different courses because of three things. One, because of environment, where you are. And the people that comes around where you come from. Maybe if you come from where people are doctors, you'll be thinking the best course is to be a doctor. Or if you're a teacher, the same. But because of tech currently, people have opportunity even to Google what's the best course that I can be able to do today. You realize many universities currently, before people take the courses, they allow you to go online, and now we have what is called search engine optimization, where you can be able to go and search the best course currently. And now tech has been able to make it much easier for more people to go ahead. However, we have a big challenge. There's a scenario where the parent will tell you, go do this course because I believe it is good, but also you have your own passion that maybe I want to do X, Y, Z course. So there's a struggle between the parent and the student, where the parent try to pay the school fee, and the student will say, let me just do it for you.
Yeah.
Once I'm done, yes. Once I'm done, I'll do my own. So that's the biggest challenge. But with the tech, it's now much easier because you can get access even to material like now YouTube. You can be able to know if any case I want to do XYZ, what is the best thing that I need to do? So tech has made it much easier, but you need to look for it for you to get the right information.
Okay.
Yes, doing it openly is the best way, not with an close mind that it is always like this.
There's something that you mentioned. A lot of people are searching what is a marketable job currently. But then again, when you think about currently, there's something that might be what's the term? Marketable at that point. And then 2 years later, something else changes. And then 5 years later, there's a complete new, world and approach as far as careers are concerned. So my question is, then for how long will we be searching the currently? Because if I find in 10 years' time, we've shifted careers like 5 times probably.
There's something called ability to predict the future. And that's why we're happy to have the coach today.
Yes.
If somebody is not well guided, they will think, maybe, let me say, they will not think in a broader perspective on the same. But mostly between 10 years, 5 to 10 years, many things do change. For example, we have some courses today that I want to give you an example. Many places, you don't have to have done that course for you to be there. For example, to be in a radio, to be in a TV, for example, you need to be good on what you are saying. Maybe you might have not done other courses that is required before. But today is different. So 5 to 10 years is the best way forward. But passion is everything. I can give an example where I had to choose between 5,000 and 50,000 when I am done with my school. Many people will go for money, but I went for 5,000, and that's why I'm whom I am today, running Robbie Search Limited across Africa. Because when you are given 2 options, do you need money or skill? Where will people go to?
Most people will go for money. But let me tell you, money, Let's take a break, and then when we come back, then we can pick from that. There's a whole aspect about what my parent wants me to do, because we always told, you go do it. So this is the thing. Both my parents are teachers, okay? And my dad is like, show is your world. My name is Winnie Lubembe, and today, being Mindful Monday, we're focusing on careers, and we're looking at choosing a career path in today's ever-changing job market, and we're trying to understand the future of work in the key industry trends as well. So if you're watching us this morning and you're thinking, you know what, me, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know where my passion lies. Or maybe you are in that phase where you're like, you know what, I don't like what I'm doing now and I want to pivot. Or maybe you're just curious, you want to understand what else is out there when it comes to career paths. Well, feel free to engage with us and stay until the end of the conversation. If you have a question, you know the drill by now. Engage with us across all social media platforms at NTV Kenya, and tag me as well at Lubembe_Winnie. But we also have a question for you this morning, and the question is, who or what influenced your career choice the most? Is it your family? Is it the school? Or is it something else? We also love to hear from you as well. But before I open the floor to the audience, there was the whole concept about what I want, what my parents want, what the environment sort of wants, and then the opportunities that find me before I find myself. That was very profound by Margaret. You know, finding an opportunity before you find yourself and get to understand what do you really want to do. How do we balance that? You have a lot of young people behind you who are, yes. I know they have so many questions for you, but yes, can we just then understand that? Because this is where a lot of people get stuck.
Thank you, and I like the use of the word stuck because it's real. Yeah. People are really stuck, and sometimes people even fight so hard. I mean, recently I was teaching at a university, and these Gen Zs will tell you the fights between them and us parents of Gen Zs based on what we always knew were the best career choices.
Yes.
Vis-a-vis what's available in the environment right now. You know, me as the quote-unquote old school, believe in engineering, and that's what, or the lawyer I never got to be. Yeah. I want my daughter to be that or that, because I feel like my time is gone. You are my lawyer from the time he's 2 years old. Yeah, they break a cup. Don't worry, you're a lawyer.
You're a lawyer. You will bring 7.
Yeah, you'll buy several cups. So there's not a problem. So you're actually conditioned from a very early age by parents. Now, what we are doing, especially in life coaching and when people are talking about career, we want to start from very early. Okay. And I like CBC personally because of the fact that people are becoming conscious of what the world is like. And the first conversation we hold is parents. Okay. To let go and believe that you don't know everything. You know, our parents believe they knew, and nikisema unaenda kufanya sheria, you must. Yeah. Times have moved and we do not know everything. If my child walks today and tells me, I want to do this robotics. I had a conversation with a young lady before who said they wanted to in the US with a company, and they do designing the robotics to smile while they deliver packages. And the mother would never have imagined that. So sometimes we want to hold this conversation with the influences of these young people, of people making choices from the very earliest age. First of all, to know we don't know, that there could be people who might know a little more than us. There is a chance that the Gen Zs know a little more than us. And know that we don't know. So maybe we could even listen and let them make those choices. All right. Now, as to who is supposed to influence your career choice, whether it's your passion, what's available in the environment, we usually have a formula. Okay. It's not just random. This is just what I found. Now, if you find so many people depressed at work, you'll get what is available. But what about depression? Of course, you'll be calling us very quickly for us to start doing you some little motivation, because now you can't find it because of what you chose. Now, there is a formula. Okay. 1, what's your passion? I like what he said. Passion is very important. But then it must match with what you know. What are your skills? And 3, what is the world likely to pay for? Okay. Because if you're passionate about it and you love it, and the world is not paying, you're just entertaining yourself. Yani, where unajifurahisha tu. That's just a hobby.
Okay.
So if you find this mix, this balance between those 3 at the earliest stage, and also be agile enough to change with the times and not to be scared of technology, to move with it, use it as a tool to enhance that which you know, then I think you find it.
You'll find it.
Again, let's not use our education as a limiter. We also use our education as, because I did actuarial science, I must be there in actuarial science. Suppose actually along the way you realize, I realize I can bake very well. I like the story of the KFC guy. That guy tried a lot.
A lot of things.
And when did he start? Finally establish the KFC? Right? Probably at the age of 65?
Yes, 65.
Yes. So I like that she says that she'll be a lawyer.
Yes.
There's no time. There's no limitation.
Yes.
You can't be limited by what your parents want, what degree you did, or the course that you're pursuing right now. You can always change. We are not limited. Our education system and our papers are not supposed to be a limiter. They're supposed to open us up to flexibility, to availability to the world.
You actually talked about being open-minded about the opportunities that are there. Even when you're searching, what is the most paying job right now? It might be the most paying right now, but then again, a few years, it will be like the least paying. So also be very open-minded when you're thinking about your careers. You talked about passion as well, and a lot of people would say, I don't even know what my passion is. And how do I find it? There's a formula. We'll come back and understand the formula. But Margaret, I want to hear from you. So over the years in HR, what is it that you've seen? Because, you know, like you said, a lot of people are sometimes depressed because they found themselves in those jobs they don't like. It's what is paying the bills. And they're like, now what to do? Because angalia economy, if you quit now, unaenda wapi? So what is it that you've noticed amongst so many, I would say, professionals, both young and experienced professionals? And what are some of these conversations that are happening, say, among them when it comes to like their careers and the choices that they made? Yeah,
that's really, you know, that is very, very practical, and that is what is happening right now. Yeah. Let me just use an example of a daughter that I have. Okay. I hope she's not listening. She told me just the other day that I'm going to leave. And I asked her the question that you have asked her. Yeah. Unaenda wapi? You are leaving for where? Yeah. But all the same, you know, career requires, I agree with the coach. Skills. Yes. We have the skills. We have the knowledge. Skills and knowledge will form about 20%. My experience in HR, handling both, I'm a CEO now of professional examinations body called HRMPEB, Human Resource Management Professionals Examinations Board. I'm not advertising because you may charge me. But what I'm saying is that knowledge and skills, 20%. Okay. Attitude, 70 to 80%. Meaning that attitudes can be changed to turn something which was cold and boring to be very interesting, and you have passion for it. When I started teaching, I thought that I would leave in a week or 2 or 3. Then I found myself there several years. Okay. Then I told myself, you know, any day could be your last day. Will you be found, you know, whining there? Oh, I don't want this job.
My parents forced me. My grades.
Yes. You develop a passion. Okay. So by the time I left, in fact, I was wondering why I left, because I had learned to love my job. I had changed my attitude, and I had said, I'll bring God here. If this God wants me to do, okay, let me do it. So what I'm saying is, as we manage our most important asset in the organization, the human resources, we've discovered that attitude is the one which makes them now, you know, they become even lethargic. You know, another day of coming to the organization, it's like they're sick. Yes. So now we are training them on change your attitude. As even you listen to yourself and ask yourself whether this is really what you want to be doing, maybe for some length of time, because it's not a lifetime now. Careers are not about a lifetime the way we used to look at them. It's about adaptability today. It's about agility. It's about flexibility. And even though we are saying passion, well, Madam was saying, you see, you cannot have a passion for something that cannot feed you. That's true. And so even as you have some passion that I really want to do this, then you have to think about, okay, are there opportunities and opportunities of the future with a scaring trend, which I think should not scare us, the AI. Because AI for us is a tool. And so the most successful in their careers will be those who grab this AI, let it be a tool that helps you, if it is in HR, if it is in coaching, if it is, you know. So that scare, I think, is fading away because we have realized what a tool AI is and what it can do for us. So my take is that I think passion, you may not be born with passion, my belief. You may not be born with passion, but you can develop that passion by taking things positively and wanting to develop yourself, to grow yourself, to expand yourself, so that every day you are competing with yourself, you are not the same, but you're better than yesterday in whatever field you have chosen. Multi-fields, you know, now careers are not linear. You can go diagonal, you can go horizontal, you know, you can go but you have to learn to create that passion, positive attitude. 70 to 80%.
Right? You know, we don't think about that. We think knowledge and skills and all those things is what will make us. Rarely do we talk about attitude and,
very important.
And our attitude towards either our career or even just people around us and even life in general. She's brought up a very important point, AI and technology, and the way we're all scared. Everybody's like, AI is here to take our jobs, and now our jobs will be rendered obsolete and all those things. So even as we, again, prepare your questions, and remember the rule, short and straight to the point. Timbuktu and come to the but as they prepare for that, Robert, AI, and a lot of young people are actually finding careers and career opportunities in AI and technology and all those things. How then do they navigate so that, again, it's sustainable? Remember what we said, you such well-paying job now and not thinking about the future.
Thank you so much. They say there are two important days in a human life. The day you are born and the day you realize your passion or maybe your purpose in life. And there's something called mindset mentality. Before, many people had been trained first, before I got there, many people have been trained to go to school so that they find a job, they be employed. But the current one, where we are saying, first you need to change the mindset that you are going to school to be a solution provider, not just a job seeker. That's why we are, in Kenya, we have so many people, but only 10% are being absorbed. 10 to 20%. Where will the other 80% go to? So that's why we are telling people now the mindset must be there of creating opportunity instead of seeking for job. For example, if maybe I've done what is called maybe sales and marketing, can I go and approach a company and tell them how I can add value to them? I can be even consultant even before I do anything else. If I did agriculture, can I go back at home and talk to my village mate and tell them, we don't have to do Skuma Wiki like this. This is whatever we need to do. And out of that, I will get money on the same. So we are trying to convince many students, even going forward. Sometimes I get so many interviews, even when we open many branches like now, Robbie Search Uganda. But if you ask somebody who have done IT, do you know anything? That this is only what the teacher told me. So I stopped at that level. And that's the big challenge currently we have. What has been taught again is what you can be able to do. And now that's why now we bring AI and technology. A teacher might not teach you many things, but they will give you a guidance on what you are supposed to do. For example, how to develop a website. Now you do an interview to 10 people, and out of 10, only one person knows how to develop a website. As a CEO, who will you pick? Then number two, they say you'll be hired for attitude, but you'll be trained on the skills. So we look at, are you able to at least do something? Do you have positive attitude? If I go and tell you, go do research on how to do X, Y, Z, are you willing to do it? Or you're saying, no, the teacher did not tell me about that one, so for now I cannot do that. So because of technology and AI, somebody can do research, become more equipped, so that by the time you're looking for, you're going for interview, you have something to say. Biggest problem, many people are looking for job, and people say there are no jobs in Kenya. Let me tell you, there are billions of jobs in Kenya. Only reliable and somebody who can go beyond is the problem. You will be employed because of the skill and the CV, but you'll be retained and maybe move to the next level because of performing or even going beyond the expectation. She has said that sometimes we have people saying, I will not be available tomorrow, so many leaves all the time.
Yes.
Those are things that employer look at. Are you reliable? Are you loyal? Can you go beyond? There are people in this country that they're not good, but because they are good in specific areas, they have good attitude. They are still being promoted every now and again.
Yeah.
Somebody completed school a few days ago. He's your manager. You have been in that place for many years.
And then you start getting angry.
What are you offering? So they can use technology to research what the employers need to make sure that they add value.
Yes.
This is a big challenge, and I will want to advise many people today. If any case the time has reached for you to be given more salary, many people have a challenge. They say, can you add me maybe 20,000, 50,000 salary? But they will never tell you what they want to add you also.
Yes.
And that's why many people fail. So I even encourage people, when you're going to look for a job, say, I'm looking for 100,000.
Yes.
In exchange, I'm going to bring you X, Y, Z. Then you will excel.
Fantastic.
Many jobs are being terminated because somebody's not giving the value. And you can use technology to research on this. You can work with a coach to tell you so that you are digitally fit.
Oh, I like that. I really like that. Wait, hiya, mumesikia. Haya, ulizeni maswali. Who wants to go first? She wants to go first. Mikey Coco, do you have a question? Hiya, you ask your question and then you will pass the mic to her.
Good morning. My name is Steve Mugo. My only concern would be, we've talked so much about job opportunities. We're saying jobs are there and all that, but I think there's one issue that we are not addressing, and it's an issue that is a bit rampant with, Gen Z, as you guys are saying. There have been so many cases online of bosses coming and saying, walikuja Monday kazi, Tuesday they had already quit.
Yes.
Huyo ameitwa interview Monday, akasema niko ushago nitapatikana Wednesday.
Thursday.
And now my only concern is, I feel like the older generation never set a ground on what to do and what not to be done. You go to a place where there are bosses that are a bit mean, and some are even taking matters into their own hands. But because huna kazi, you don't have any other means of livelihood, you're like, ni sawa tu, unataka niingie kazi 10 hours,
Yeah.
So now, how do we break these? I don't want to call it a generational curse, but
it could be at some point.
What do we do so
yeah.
that we can interact, and create a cordial environment for the older generation, the Gen Z, the boss, and us who have something to offer, So yeah, that's just my own concern.
Okay, lucky we have a HR boss kwanza hapa. So yes. So Margaret, you will take that?
Yes, I will.
Okay, all right. Go.
My name is Faraj. I have a question to Mr. Robert.
Okay.
You have said that before we go for training or we choose courses, we have to Google. Then, for example, in previous years, when you Googled, you got that education or teaching were the most marketable jobs. Right now...
All right, speak closer to the mic.
Right now, you can see that we have a shortage of over 100,000 teachers in the country, but the government is hiring only 25,000. When you, for instance, when you go to doctors, you get that we have over 5,000 trained doctors. You get that the government is hiring 1,000 doctors. So how can we tell the other generations to be motivated in choosing the marketable jobs in the country?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Watu wa Timbuktu nimewaona. Alafu mnarudi. Hi, go. Start with your name.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I'm Brenda. Okay, I have a question and a concern very shortly.
Okay.
And my concern is about there's something you've mentioned. Like me, my passion has been in media since I was very small, But I've done marketing and sales.
Okay.
Simply because I was being told, hey, media, where's pata, where's Omahi? So I've been doing marketing and sales, but my passion isn't there.
Yeah.
And my question now to the Madam HR, kindly, like now when Gen Zs, they are very fresh in the market from school, yeah? But you see, unaona mtu akona, someone has very big potential, they will apply, but kuna mali tunaambiwangwa experience. Unaambiwa ukuwe na experience around 10 years. Sure. If HR maybe mnaweza consider there, because there's so much out here. Like experience hatuna, yes, but practically mkitoka kwa ground tutafanya kazi.
Amta quit na siku mbili like he said.
Bora tusipigiwe kelele sana.
I like that. All right. Okay, she has a question. Just pass on the mic to her, and please, speak closer to the mic and short and sweet.
Consider it done.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Sophia Wawero, and I'm so happy to be here. I know it's short and sweet, but I would do it injustice if I didn't mention what Bridget said about actuarial science. I am a graduate of actuarial science. It's amazing. She didn't even know that. And after that, I did sales and management, leadership. I decided to leave corporate and focus on happiness, something very out of this world, and now an author. I'll show you my book, Why Celibacy, the latest book out here, and that shows how diversified we are. Moving on, short and sweet. To Coach Bridget, my question is addressed to her, because how I got to know about her is when she was working on the strategic plan for Happiness Society of Kenya. So how is that, and how does it intertwine and get to be a tapestry on a career path journey? Why is happiness so critical to you that you are paying much attention to it at this level?
Interesting. I didn't know that from Okay. All right. Very interesting. Okay, do you want to start? We have like literally 3 minutes to go on a break, so we can just answer those ones first, and then when we come back from the break, we'll take another set of questions. But yes, do you want to go first?
Yes, I will definitely want to go. I would want to respond to, I feel Gen Zs when they talk, personally, because of two main things. One, I am a mother of a Gen Zs, so I feel your pain. I'm here with them looking for jobs and disillusioned and feeling like we let them down. Sometimes I want to take the beating and accept, yes, we are letting you down. Reason? One, we gave you unrealistic expectations. Soma, so many I came from the so many vijana, and then baada ya kusoma utapata kazi nzuri sana. And then you're here, I see them churned out of our universities in numbers, and I see all those graduation parties, flowery, and you see this graduate, and oh my God,
where are you going?
I want, don't celebrate too much. But you see, I want happiness champion. So there is I like the response the International Labour Organization has done to this problem. They established this SIYB training, Start and Improve Your Business coaching program. I am a trainer in that, so that it can do what he's saying. You can be an employer. You can create these jobs. You don't have to go to ask these bosses who hire you and you quit the following day. Suppose you are the one who is the boss and you will hire her. You will not be asking for 10 or 1,000 years. You are the owner of that organization. Now, when you undergo this, you're equipped with entrepreneurial skills, and you can actually have a bankable plan that you can take to a bank and then it be financed. Before you say, businesses are so hard, where do we get capital? Have you gone all the way to the barrier that you were saying is? Do you have a bankable business idea, and then establish this business, and then respond to the question of your, actually don't hire us, hire your fellow Gen Zs who will run things with the swiftness, with the agility, and who will do all the things that we are not doing. Who will understand you, who will understand that you don't have to be here 8 to 5 as long as you get the job done while you are in Ushago. You don't have to come here. You're flexible, you're agile, you're creative, you're brilliant, you have it.
And they have all the energy.
And then there are courses and there are programs that support that only if you know of them.
Can we take a pause because we lazima tulipe bills, yeah? And then when we come back, we'll also allow them to, because you have 2 questions again, 2 more to respond, or 1 more?
Bit.
Yes, the happiness bit, yes. And then we'll also have you guys answer the questions, and then we take in another set of questions. But also remember the question that we're asking you this morning, very simple, and that is who or what influenced your career choice? Is it the school, is it your family, or is it something else? Engage with us. I will also be going through your feedback. Martha Bisieri and I'll consider market demand and of course my passion. I must enjoy what I'm doing daily. Yeah. And then Eric Otieno Mango anasema what you're passionate about, what makes you tick. And then another one says choose. This is Kevin Perez Locator anasema choose a career that needs to that leads, I think, to self-recognition. I think something like that. Then mwingine amesema nini demand. Huyu ni nduguye Yesu amesema demand. Whatever the demand is out there, huko ndio tunaenda. Okay. All right. So let's take a break, and then when we come back, we'll answer more of your questions and also take more questions from our audience. The show is your world. Stick with us. Welcome back to the show. We're officially in the second hour of the conversation. And this morning, just in case you're tuning in, we're focusing on choosing a career path in today's ever-changing job market. And we're trying to understand the future of work, and especially when it comes to the key industry trends, okay? And we have a question for you this morning, and the question is who or what influenced your career choice the most? Is it your family, is it school, or is it something else? So on Facebook, a number of you have a lot to say, okay? So Falme KE anasema, if someone influenced you, then you live a copied life. Playing with mud to build houses for grasshoppers got me in a civil engineering class when I was in love with medicine. Okay, and then this is Malaka the socialist who says financial and social background. And then Starboy and Asema plumbing, ambitions and non-flooded markets of the coast. So kama it's not flooded, uko ndio tunaenda. And then another one, this is John Makesa who says financial status at home. And then Rama John anasema my parents, a teacher, but I was not enjoying it at all. I quit and now I am doing well in my farming business. Look at that. And then Kamau on Facebook anasema family, after seeing the struggle at home, I decided to fold my sleeves and work hard. Mary Calvin anasema I influenced myself. And then James Otieno anasema the government, Yankee KE anasema school, and then Javan Joe anasema my mother. Okay, but keep sending in your feedback on the question of the day, and that is who or what influenced your career choice. But I'll come back to you because there's the happiness Nini we need to really understand, because I'm very fascinated. And then the formula you were to give us on finding your passion for those people who are like, first of all, what is my passion? I don't even know it, okay? But Robert, there was a question for you on tech, and then we'll come to Margaret as well and answer, I think, 2 questions were directed to you.
Sure.
Yes, yeah. But Robert, go first.
Okay. So the question was that so many things keep on changing. How do you ensure that at least they choose the right course and the one that can even stay for long? I will want to give example. There are so many forums that currently are available to continuously educate people on what is changing. For example, I've seen the one for national media many times. the one who is fighting it, so it becomes a challenge. But when they realize that you're the one embracing it, you get promoted faster on the same. And it's a secret many people do not know. So the best thing is to understand what your boss need, what your institution want, learn it faster, be the very first one to do it. Then you'll remain and survive forever in whichever job you are in.
All right. And you mentioned the how. We want to understand that how, okay? Yes. Because a lot of people, and especially like you talked about the older generation, will say, we were told, go to school and do all those things. They'll be like, ini mambo ya vijana, easy. But then again, how do they also, you know, embrace and learn how to use technology to their advantage? So we'll come back to you and understand the how. How do we do it? But two questions for you, Margaret.
Yes. I'll start with the one from Mugo on, I will call them cross-generational barriers. Where in the organization you have the old, the middle-aged, and now the young. The young could be the millennials and the Gen Zs. Their values are very different, their tastes are very different. What we are doing about that is we are developing what we call diversity and inclusion policies. The policy guides us to treat everyone the same, to appreciate diversity, to appreciate that the way I reason is not what these young people reason. It's not the way they reason. But at the end of the day, have they delivered? If they have delivered, so let it be. Again, we are coming up with flexi-time policies. I work for a government institution, and the government is at a very high level gear on flexibility policies. Because government institutions should apply policies across, but of course there's a discretion of varying here and there, but within confines of, you know, controls. Because life is about moderation and control, and everyone needs to be controlled a bit. I mean, and especially the young people, right? They need to be controlled a bit, so that they become better men and better women. Better men and better women is not about the way they dress. The way they dress and the way they are, we've already accepted that. I think we can't do much about that. They are just living at their time. Okay? But I think now we are thinking about performance. So we have policies that ensure that these people are understood, and we are looking at what they are delivering to us. After all, we need them. They are actually the leaders of today, not like tomorrow. Not so tomorrow. We have policies to protect that. Now, on the second question about this experience, you are asking the young people experience, and they have just left maybe college last year. Now you are asking for 10 years experience. I think if you look at the way adverts are going now, even in government, you know, government sets the trend, and then the private sector follows those trends. You can see that we have stopped, many times we don't pronounce the age, okay? Young people, what I can advise from my perspective of being in HR and even having recruited, and even recently we recruited a human resource officer, and she's very young. She's very young. I will not say her age here, but she's less than 25. Oh, wow. And she's my HR advisor because she's the secretary to the, we call it the HR advisory committee that advises the CEO on the decisions to make about HR. And I believe in her, and even when we were recruiting her, I looked at her and the way she answered the questions and the way she carried herself. She doesn't have much experience, but I said, she can learn. We have an obligation to mentor and coach these young people. So young people, look for a mentor. You can come to me. Yes. Look for a look for a mentor, a coach, so that you are. Then there's something. Think about volunteering. Before you can get a job, if you have for the employment, if you want to join employment space, volunteer your services even for free. Take projects even for free. Seek
Yes.
Then go for certifications. Of course, I have a bias because I'm working for a HR professional certification body.
Yes.
We want to do MOUs with universities because we have thought about that issue. The issue of our young people who do not have experience. What can give them an edge in the job market?
Yeah.
And they can get certified because you see, it shouldn't be that you go for training, take a general degree, and then professionalize it. Take a certification course.
Okay.
Like I am CHRP Margaret Ngu, Certified Human Resource Professional. If you are doing a BCom, you are doing even a BN, any that you're doing, you can take a certification course so that you are, we call it dual certification, so that as you complete your bachelor's degree, you also have a certification. If you are in accounts, you have a CPA. If you are in HR, you have a CHRP. You see, that gives you an edge.
Yes.
Rather than a person there who is and is not certified. We can we can call people who are not certified. What can we call them? Okay, then not quacks, because that
we're not calling them, but
yes. Then what again the young people can do so that they are more marketable, and so that this experience thing does not work
against them.
Yes, work against them, is to be multi-skilled, multi-competent. Okay. Do this, if you are doing a BCom, do something else. It can even be a coaching course. If you are doing, just combine all of them, so that you are multi-skilled, so that if you miss this opportunity here, you can get it there. If you miss all of them, you can combine all of them and employ yourself and become a consultant. And you are certified. You have so many certifications. So there is so much you can do, but I just want to declare here, the way HR is going now, we value young people, and we are not discriminating much against them, but let the young people also prepare themselves for the market, get certified,
I like that,
do these courses, and so that you are fully baked, offer your services even for free, because that way you are building yourself and you'll get there.
I like that. And even looking at like 10 years from now, I want to believe things would also change in terms of what you're looking for. Remember how we thought skills and knowledge and all those things is what we need, and then you're telling us no, career, I mean attitude, 80% of that. Everybody's like, hiya, okay. And then I want to believe in the near future, because now we're looking at the soft skills, emotional intelligence, something that we didn't even think about, in the previous year. So we'll come back then to you and understand. So in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, what are some of these skills that HR would be looking at? But by then you'll be a lawyer most likely, Once a HR orders a HR, happiness, right? And also the formula on then finding your purpose and understanding who you are very shortly, and then we open the audience, the floor for questions.
Okay, there's someone who made a comment on Facebook, one of the comments that you've read, that they would want to do that which brings them joy. At the gist of everything everybody is doing what they think is the quickest route to happiness. Even our chief happiness officer the other time was saying, even if you see a truck driver and he's cutting in the line, he's thinking about the quickest way to get to the destination that gets this delivered, so he's paid, and then he spends the money being happy or doing whatever it is that he wants. You are all here thinking this is the best place you would have been to be at your happiest, among all the other things that you could be doing. And so career and happiness are very tied. Those people who wake up and are miserable at work before they develop the passion that she was talking about is because they've not found the dance between that career and your joy, so that now you're waking up and you're so sad. It's Monday morning, oh my God, traffic and everything, and you're so sad, and it deprives you of every happiness. You can develop a passion so that you love this that you do. I happened at one time to be in such a situation where I was I trained as a teacher. I started as a high school teacher.
Teachers in
transition.
Do we have a teacher in training up our audience?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
And then quit teaching when people, that was about 18 years ago. Okay. That's when I left. And then joined the corporate sector, worked, left, joined government, left. I've been doing a lot of things and transitioned a lot. Part of that transitioning has told me about the desire for happiness, for fulfillment, for doing that which resonates with you. At some point I'm a people person. Teaching was my first love. So being in front of people, being in front of an audience, impacting on knowledge is what is natural to me, is my passion. Now, I was at some point working in the back office in charge of cash and stock as a cash and stock supervisor in a corporate. And I was literally depressed. I felt like there's this gray blanket covering over me. And there's a time I even remember leaving my car in town, not remembering that I drove to town and take a taxi home to find your car missing and you're about to Depression at the workplace is real because you're doing something that doesn't tie in with what you love. But when I come out and talk to people, even in customer service, engaging with, I come alive and I feel happier. And so then, to the formula. Yes. Because this is tied to the formula. What is it that when you do, time seems to stop? Because that's one way. What is this that when you're doing, you're so natural and engaged and you can do this forever and you feel so good? Because that's one way. And then the other question is, you say there are people who are not even passionate about anything. Is it possible to think, if you're religious, you follow whatever, that there's a reason why your maker or whatever you believe is responsible for your existence here on earth put you here? And then just we take people through deep breath work then so that you can connect with your you stop thinking with your logic. You go to your heart and start thinking, why am I here? Why am I part of this grand creation? Why did God decide that his creation was incomplete until I was there? That's just how important you are as part of that creation. Now, when you think that way, then there must be something you are here to do, and that which you flow naturally as you do. So what is that?
What is that?
I feel good when I talk to people and help people with advice, and that's how I became a life coach. I was taken through this whole process myself to do that. I've done all the certifications. I like the ICS, I'm Institute of Certified Secretaries, I'm SIYB ILO trainer, all those in addition. Combine all of them and become this powerhouse of a life coach that will be talking to you about your career, your feelings, your emotions, and how you connect with yourself so that you are more fulfilled human and live four things. A long, happy, healthy, wealthy life, which is the ultimate of what every human is seeking. Thank you.
I like that. I really like that. Maybe connecting and finding self.
What you say about the experience, maybe what we can advise other people to do, because of technology, people are now copying CVs. So when you are sent CVs, they look nice, but when you meet the person,
it's like the CV and the person, two different people.
You are wondering what happened. And now because now people have created, like now we have created systems that can detect that this person just copy pasted the other person's CV automatically. So sometimes currently it's not even about CV. Now that's why you realize so many HR now use HR softwares a lot to detect many things. So they allow you to go online, apply for a job, and put XYZ. Whatever, once you click submit, there's a way system can be able to detect whether yours is the same with somebody inside among the people who have applied or just somewhere within the internet. So now you realize, because many people are saying we don't have 10 years experience. So what do we do? So we always recommend that at least have some practical skills. It will really help. So when you are called for the interview, be willing to learn. Many people have lost jobs because they were looking at the money. Or they were not willing to give themselves for free. We always say there's a reason for everything. You must allow somebody to be ahead of you in whichever scenario.
Okay.
Now, what I've learned for many years, or what we have realized when developing systems, people have used technology to detect wrong things and good things. So what we encourage people, you might not have 10 years of experience, but can you look for a mentor? Can you go to an event where people of the same maybe course are or career are? You will learn something that one day you can use and you can defend yourself during interview on the same. And finally, when you are doing your school or maybe course, please before you leave, learn to have something practical that you can say, yes, I have not been employed, but today, if you give me this, in minutes, it will be done. And that's why I love talking about something called turning your passion into money. How can you convert your skills into money? And we are trying to remove this approach where they are saying, I must be employed. You can convert your skills into money. And maybe just to conclude on that, there's a big problem currently we have in university and colleges, and we try to advise this where possible. I believe they will be able to hear and take advantage. Many people have lost jobs simply because of where you are being allowed to go to attachment, then go back to school. Many people. Sometimes you're very good during attachment, and many employers will be willing to absorb you. But because you are going back to school, they have to release you, then come back. And when you come back, business must move. They shall have found somewhere else. Today, I urge the universities in Kenyan government officially that if they can change, that many people can go for attachment at the end of the university or the course. We will save the job opportunity by a bigger percent, and now the experience will never be asked again, because I've seen you for 4 months doing what you're able to do, and I can retain you, converting your skills into money.
Into money. I like that. We literally have like 2 minutes to go on a break, and I do not want to open the floor for questions. Sahi, Jumtanza, Uko, Brundiuku, and then we go on a break before. So, can we then look at what is HR looking at now before we look at 10 years, you know, from now? What is it that you're looking for? Because the skills versus attitude you're to cover, right? What else are you looking for?
We are looking for integrity and values. Because old or young, you could be having the best skills, but if you don't have values that can be aligned to the core values of the organization, then you cannot fit. You are not, you are not a match for that. We are looking for integrity. You know, our country, not just our country, but we are, plagued by issues of, corruption, people earning when they are not, working, siphoning. It's like, you just want to siphon resources that could have been used to build this country. And therefore, we are looking for that integrity. And values. People who are honest. Because the rest can be done. You see, I'll keep on going back to attitude. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
If someone has the right attitude, doesn't matter the experience. You can expose them to the various activities for experience.
Okay, I see that. Skills that you don't necessarily think are important, but really are important. Mmepa mwa Kenya, so okay. Nani akona one burning question that we most likely will answer. Nakwana, you have the mic. Mrembo Mcheshi. Okay, go.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
This is Mrembo Mcheshi, Kananu Catherine, and I have a concern and a question.
Okay.
And our concern is where the parents force their children to take a course that they do not want. You realize that there are some children who are not even in good terms with their parents even right now. They are even working, yes, but something that they did, it's not what they ever wanted to do. So I can tell the parents to just let their children do what they want to do, and at the end of it, that child will be very happy in life, and they will be able even to be able to bring a solution to many problems that they are having that they never thought even the child could solve if they allowed the child to do that which they wanted. And then a talk of now getting employed, as Bridget put it, she made me remember that song, so many vijana. So many vijana mtie bidii sana, mwisho wa kusoma mtapata kazi nzuri sana. Yeah, now the kazi nzuri that we're really looking for, you go, you go to the interview, you are interviewed, and at the end of it, you realize in many places there are some people who do not even have those skills, but they are employed. Maybe in the media industry, maybe like the person who is working there is not the person, even he has never even done that course. But that is the person who is employed there. So, Margaret, how do those people land there?
Okay. How did they get themselves there? Okay. Can we answer that after the break and then also take another set of questions? Because when we come back, we'll have very few minutes before we say goodbye. But just a reminder on the question of the day. And the question is, what or who influenced your career choice the most? Is it your family? Is it school? Or is it something else? Keep sending in your views. I can see one here on Facebook. This is Elizabeth Kinyoli, who says, I was influenced by my father. He changed my mind to be a teacher, though I wanted to be a banker. Currently, I'm pursuing my CPA. Nirudi kwa career yangu. So I think it's just also what you were talking about. But here's the thing. There are some people who have been influenced and it has worked for them. So the question is, again, I was talking about my brother who wanted to do IT, but he's now a teacher and he's doing very well. He grew to love it and he's doing absolutely well. So how do we then find that balance? Because sometimes, honestly, our parents know what is best for us. Sometimes, but sometimes they know what is best for us. How then do we find that balance? And then so many other questions to come on the other side of the break. And especially for those people who are like, okay, so I am doing this now, but I want to go back to my first love. Law being one for you, Margaret. So then how do you pivot without putting yourself in a situation where you're like, catch-22, where you're like, okay, if I leave this and then what's going to happen to me? So for those people then, how do they pivot? And then the how, navigating technology. So there's so much to come on the other side of the break. Do stay with us. The show is Your World on this Mindful Monday. All right, welcome back. 33 minutes past the hour. The show is Your World. It's Mindful Monday. And today we're looking at choosing a career path in today's ever-changing job market. And we're trying to understand, and especially when it comes to the future of work and on key industry trends. What does that look like? And there's so many things that have come up, from today's conversation, from passion, to also understanding the skills that are needed in the job market currently, to also attitude, which is very important. But there's also the, another aspect, and that is the relearning, retooling, upskilling, reskilling. Like it's all and up and, a lot of those, right? But the question that we're asking you today is very simple, and that is who or what influenced your career choice the most? Is it the family? Is it school? Or is it something else? Okay, so there's a lot of feedback on our socials. So we'll be going through them in just a second. But I promised to open the floor for questions. Short and sweet. Nani ako na mic? Mrembo Mchesi alikuwa na mic, lakini umeuliza swali, si ndio? Haya, who has the mic? Okay, go. Short and sweet. Yes.
Is it morning? Good morning,
ladies and
gentlemen. My name is Alvin. I realize as I'm sitting here, we kind of relate with Margaret. Ni kama kila mtu hapa shaikuwa atakashatamani kuwa lawyer.
Okay.
But in between mambo ikienda hivi. Currently I'm an engineering student.
Closer to the mic.
Yeah. Currently I'm an engineering student, and I would like to pose a concern to Margaret. So I have a question. Let's say someone, Squeezy, since we're in the digital world, we normally have YouTube, and most people acquire some knowledge through YouTube. We have these people like Akina Khalif Cairo and Brian Mwendwa. These people have thrived. They haven't gone to school yet, but through YouTube, they've gained a certain level of knowledge. Because in the scenario of Brian Mwendwa, he never schooled law, but alienda to the courts and won a couple of cases. Yeah. For Cairo, you can see like he never acquired the piloting skills, but through YouTube, he got to learn. So when it comes to, let's say, hiring, can you consider that aspect whereby someone hasn't gone to school to study something, but you can see that they have that kind of like skills?
So self-taught.
Yeah, self-taught skills. Can you like give those type of people an opportunity? Because most people, some people, it's not that they don't want to do it, but they haven't gotten that opportunity to go to school to do that. So if someone acquires it from YouTube, various sources without the certification, can you like consider those type of people?
Okay. All right, University of YouTube. Okay. A lot of people have actually learned and thrived, right? Okay, or nani hajaongea, ule hajaongea ulize swali. Okay, go.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Kutosi Peter, TVETSA president and a youth leader. So I'll be brief. My concern is this. We have talked about experience when you go to the job market. And the point is this. Tunaambiwa kuwa experience ni kama attachment, ni kama internship, so that at the end of the day, uko na period fulani ya experience yenye uko nayo. But my point is this. Why is it that when we go to look for these attachments and internship, we are being asked to pay? Are we paying for what we have studied for, or we are going to work for what we have studied for, so that we get paid? So when I'm being asked to maybe wantaka bribe, unajua sasa maybe
is it bribe or you're required to pay? Because I know there's some places where you actually pay to get the internship.
Yeah, others you pay, others are free, but you need to bribe so that you get it. Sijui niyo connection nini sijui. But the point is that again, another suggestion is maybe we since we are living in a changing world, we need to embrace this technology, creativity, innovation, Internet of Things, and also see it to embrace by words. We get to learn these things. We get to use. Let us be part and parcel of these things. See to say tu tunafaa tukue hivi tufanye hivi, but deep down wewe kama person you don't do it, so that mtu akipata kitu fulani mahali unamsikilia vibaya. Be the part and parcel of this changing
embracing
world.
Change. I like that. Okay. Nani akona swali mwingine before we answer this one? So you okay? All right. Margaret, how many questions do you have?
Yeah, 3.
3. Okay, go.
Yes. I'll start with the question on where in an organization you find people that you did not expect in terms of maybe skills and qualifications, that you went for an interview, maybe 100 people, and you feel like the person who was picked, they required a bachelor's in maybe just a bachelor's in commerce, but they don't have the bachelor's in commerce. How did they land there? Well, there's something we call equivalence.
Okay.
You see, we say a bachelor's in science, in this and that, or equivalent. Now, how to equate that has got very many paths. So we could claim that it was an equivalent to what was expected. But now, again, employers are looking for talent. Talent. So where is talent?
Yeah.
And we are asking, is talent learned in a college or in school? Are soft skills really learned in schools? Communication, you know, that agility, that, you know, problem solving, that you're ready. Because when you go for an interview, some of them even give you a real world problem to solve.
Yeah, to solve, yeah.
And you may not be that learned, but you look like the perfect fit, because if you can be able to solve that practical problem, then it shows that you have talent, you have the soft skills. So it couldn't be that. Then there is something else we call social capital. We cannot pretend that it is not there or it does not play a role. Social capital is about who is in your circles. Who can put in a good one for you? Who is your sponsor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor. Not that one. Not that one. But you see, what I keep on saying, young people, you need sponsors. But you know, professional talent, who can put in a good one for you? Who can say, maybe, you know, discrimination is human. But there is something we call positive discrimination. Okay. So what we avoid is negative discrimination. But we discriminate because as an organization, even as we want someone who can deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be positive discrimination, but it could also be other issues that may be beyond the organization or beyond the society. So keep yourself connected. Have connections. Okay, have social capital. No people.
And make sure the people know you. Someone said that.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, but talent, and demonstrate that you can be able to solve problems and that you can learn. Learning is lifelong. Until the last day, you are still learning. Now, on YouTube learning, we call it, this is experiential learning. There's experiential learning, there is YouTube learning. I'm even aware of but show us that you have learned and show us that you have the competence. But you see now what you need for you to be, to be shortlisted, you need the paper.
Okay.
So supposing you learned on YouTube and you do not have the paper, how will you show us that you learned? How do we know that you learned? Because now we may not give you that opportunity because we are shortlisting and you see you don't have what we were asking for. So that could be the disadvantage, and therefore probably then what organizations and even certifying body need to think about is that RPL. Certifying what has been learned is not about going to class. In fact, many times you go to class and you learn theories that you will never apply. But on YouTube, you apply and you are able to do those things and you become competent. So get a certificate. If you have learned even on YouTube or wherever you have learned, just get a certificate for that. Then you can be able to say, this is my certificate, then you are told proof. So you are given tasks there to do, and you do them perfectly. An employer will not have a problem with that. So I feel you, and I think that is where we are going. That is the space where we are of recognizing what has been learned elsewhere, so long as it has been learned. But now we need prove that it has been learned. Experience, paying for internships, paying for attachments. What I am aware of, the government, I said the government, I will mention the government here because sisi wote ni wa serikali. Even if, somehow, yes, it's our government. And the government has a program for youths. I think you know them. How many have gone for the government attachments? Where you are even paid something, some stipend
to go
for a year, and you are given a whole year so that you can learn, you can be exposed to the job. And so we receive many interns, and all government organizations receive interns, and now the government is going, having arrangement with private companies to have that partnership, public and private partnership, so that we can expose our young people to the job market, and then we give them something. But there are times we get attachees. I've not heard of an organization where attachees are asked to pay. If they are asked to pay, I think then maybe you are paying for the learning. Probably, I'm just reasoning that way. Maybe the organization feel, and learning could be the best resource that you have, the best exposure that you have. And so maybe they are charging you because they are giving you practical lessons. I don't know if it is paid officially, then maybe it's because you are being offered practical lessons. But many that I know, you don't pay, but you know the requirement is that you have to have an insurance. You have to be insured, because now you are not an employee of this organization, so you have to be you have to be insured. And therefore you have to go to, and also you have to be registered with the NITA, the National Industrial Training Authority. And so once you have that, then organizations, I think most organizations are ready to give you, that, because you add value to the organization, and the organization adds value to you. The relationship between organizations and employees, whether they are attachees or they are interns, it is reciprocal. It is for mutual benefit. Therefore, if someone has been asked for a bribery or for a bribe to be given an attachment, or then we can simply call it corruption. It has no other word. but we don't encourage that. We want to support our young people to gain the hands-on skills
that they need. Okay, fantastic. There was someone who's still asking on happiness, so maybe you might talk about it a little bit. But anyone who wants to chime into the questions asked, or do we have another set of questions?
The one for YouTube.
YouTube, go. Yes.
I can say something on the YouTube.
Yes.
I'm a living testimony of somebody who began using YouTube immediately I got to JKUAT.
Oh, wow.
And I was able to train my students because of what I learned.
Okay.
Where I could go to YouTube, learn about programming, how to develop a website, and now train them in the evening on how to develop a website on the same. So YouTube is very powerful. Assume, for example, you have done a course called marketing. There's thousands of ways on how you can even do marketing, and you can learn them online and implement them. Assume you get a marketer who is saying, I want you to pay me 200,000, but you give them, sell to me this pen, and how they start alone, you don't even have to continue. You don't even talk about the money. Simply because this person did not invest on the knowledge before they look for the money. When you follow the knowledge, money will follow you most of the time. But many people do the opposite. We have thousands of graduates who are at home today because they were not willing, not even negotiating to go do a free job somewhere for them to get knowledge. So I urge many people currently that instead of sitting at home for 3 years, 2 years, 5 years, go to the nearest company, tell them I did XYZ based on what you did. Request even to be given a job there for free. You can even volunteer for even 6 months, 3 months. Do a good job that by the time you are leaving, they'll say, no, you don't go anywhere. Can we talk? Because you said, who do you know? Who knows you? It's also very important at the end of the day. But when you are good, it will not be about who you know and who knows you. If you are light, a light will be seen by everybody else.
True.
In my life, when I was looking for a job, I have many of them, and they were looking for me the same time. I had to choose which one.
You are the light.
On the same. And that's what has helped Robisearch Limited today. Because we look, what are you bringing on board? You might not have a good CV, but based on what you have done at your own time, not watching wrong things all the time, how do you take care of your time? By the time 4 years ends, many students, they don't have things to carry back home, I tell you. So how do you utilize your time? Can you go to various expos? There are so many expos in many universities, colleges, but sometimes you never attend those things. You say, they're not meant for me. It is until you go to interview when you're being asked, what do you know? And you don't know anything. The way you came in, the day you shall leave.
You will leave how you came in. Okay, all right. Bridget, on the whole, because it's a movement in itself, and also how that factors in. I'd want to say in the current job market and even looking at the future, because like we've learned, it's not just about the skills and the knowledge that you have, but also the attitude. And there are so many people who, sorry to say, but they're very sad and depressed, you know, in their current places of work. So why is happiness such a big factor?
It is a big factor. Think about organizations. I always like mentioning Richard Branson because of one thing. He has prioritized the happiness of the employees within his organization. Employees that are happy, and anybody, any corporate that is in service industry or whatever knows that if you have happy employees, they are engaged employees. In HR, we call it employee engagement, not just loyalty. That they actually have a relationship with the organization. And because they are the face of your organization, they are likely to treat your clients the way you want your clients treated. Think about this employee who is not happy, the customer service. And then this employee is very annoyed with the organizations. For some reason, you get customers who have some little misunderstanding with the organization, they are fuming in. And the first contact is an employee who is sad because their sick child, who you didn't think, because they're here, they are robots, you don't think of them as humans. We don't consider the people that we are working with sometimes as people as humans with needs that are dealing with something. And so there's a customer coming in fuming about how you have stolen my money and this thing that you're selling me is not working. And this one has a situation that the supervisor did not understand. There's a sad employee or is in a job they hate. This was an introvert in the back office that you're forced to be customer facing. You get that kind of scenario. So this organization may want to invest in happiness of the employees so that you care about them. Then they'll care about your customers and your products, and they'll be your ambassadors. No organization grows when its employees are not your first ambassadors to the world. They're the first contact. I wanted to chip into the conversation of the YouTube learning, because I've learned a lot from YouTube myself. In addition, if there's anything about happiness, we'll talk about it. I can talk about happiness all my life. I'm in the happiness industry. And I want to be happy every day. I want to walk around this life. You insult me and I am very happy and be resilient enough to still carry on. I worked in an organization that gave us stress balls so that when you know how to master. So on YouTube, you can learn so much. There's so many courses, Coursera, where people learn a lot. Those people who've done projects that they can demonstrate, an employer will be interested in that. Social media and has a lot to offer. Sometimes you will know what to do, but I wanted to mention some little bit about social media and how sometimes it can work for your advantage and disadvantage. Sometimes young people, older people, I don't know why we are forever saying young people, because at some point I'm beginning to feel like I need to now attack because we also need to learn. There's a way you have a print on social media, a trail of who you really are. We know what you search. We know what you're looking for all the time. We know the kind of attitude you have on your social media because of what you're saying. All this, you're talking about the corporate fat cats, and then you're here interviewing with one. We won't give you a job because you already, we know what you are. You're not dependable. It doesn't matter what nice suit you're wearing to look like us. You are not us. You're not one of us. The other bit, as we keep talking about, young people need to learn. I wish we also realize that the older people also need to learn because we are here. And I was holding this conversation once in my house, and I'm talking to my son, and he's saying, the dad is saying, huyu hajuangi, these young people know nothing, absolutely nothing. And then I said, wait a minute, so and so, what do you think about that? Dadu ashikanishangi, hajui kitu. So each one of you think that the other one needs to learn. Fact is, we also have a lot to learn. And if organizations realize that the kind of power, the kind of knowledge that the younger people are, will be a little more open towards even accepting to be taught by a 20-year-old who knows so much more than my years of experience. Like the 25, was it? Okay, sure. You didn't say the age, but the young. The less 25. Be open to learning. Okay. Bridget, so there's that is your parting shots, because we literally have like 1.5 minutes to go before we say goodbye. So allow me to take that as your parting shot. But then again, we'll still continue with the conversation, right? Some other time. Hey, Richard, 30 seconds.
Thank you so much. My encouragement to people is that for you to remain relevant in your place, try to use technology. There are new softwares like now ERP. Know how to use them. Digital marketing, get to know how to use them. Become relevant all the time. And I think we have helped millions of people to remain in the job place by adopting technology. It will help you be where you are. Thank you, Robert Manyala.
Hey, have a sign out. Goodbye. All right, Margaret, as well as we conclude on the other question, which was, what would the skills that HR, will be looking at in the next like 5 years from now? But sasa here 10 seconds quickly, just
self-leadership.
Okay.
People who can lead themselves, they don't need to be led by anyone because they understand what they are doing for the organization. My parting shot, learning is lifelong. Either whichever way, even through experience, even the experience, the joblessness experience, if we call it that way, it is learning, and it is life, and life is lifelong. just be resilient and you'll get there.
You'll get there. I like that. Hopefully the next time you'll come here to share how you're doing in your law, studying law and all those things. But thank you so much for coming by today, right? That was Margaret Ngu, who's a certified human resource management professional. We also had Robert Manyala, tech entrepreneur, and Bridget Mutemi, life coach as well as a career coach. Thank you so much for the really amazing words and insights that we had today on the conversation. And thank you for being an amazing audience as well today. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow on Relationship Tuesday. And you know how we always do it on Relationship Tuesday. So you do not want to miss tomorrow's conversation. But for now, have yourselves a lovely day ahead. My name is Winnie Lubambe. See you tomorrow and God bless. Goodbye.